Oh, Pep's bottled it again. Oh, Pep's bottled it again. Is the squad depth, Pep? Do you need a striker? Do you need a 37-year-old DM? What excuses now?
I'm frozen in emoji mode.
Spider. Spider in chat. Welcome, Liverpool. As you can see there, everyone will be facing Real Madrid, and it couldn't have happened to a nicer set of fans or players, could it? Spider?
Yeah.
Liverpool, Real Madrid. Just before we come on, mate, I was crying my eyes out with sheer enjoyment and laughter.
I loved it.
Absolutely beautiful, what we've just
Ah,
witnessed.
it was amazing, you know. Like I was sitting there, and it was the 89th minute, and you know the wife was talking to me, and I'm like, do you know, and I'm normally very upbeat. We have a loving marriage and loving relationship, and I kind of turned out and said, "What are you talking to me for?" Because I was kind of going, "Oh, we have to deal with City. It's going to be a boring final. It's going to be like, you know, back and forth. It's so defensive, and then a couple of goals and nick in there, and it'll just be chest bumps and no passion because you know." They know each other and there's loggerheads, and I think we've had enough English finals now for a while. And I'm delighted that we got Real Madrid, really, because it's a team with pedigree. And I'd first like to say, I put it up on Twitter a while ago, but how the hell did they persona blag their way through Chelsea and City after getting totally dominated in both games?
Yeah.
And it has to come down to them battling at Chelsea and City, because Chelsea hasn't been the same team since they lost that game to Real Madrid. They've gone to shit as well. So I don't know what's going on, man. I know City. Hopefully this hasn't affected them after playing that much.
It will, mate. I was going to say,
so. Psychological effect. He's already complaining about squad depth. You said there earlier ago.
Yeah, I've just seen a lot of this. As Yusuf said there, thank you everyone. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button down below and smash that like button if you are made up to see City get knocked out at the semi-finals. But Dave, just give us the thumbs up, mate. Anyway, if you want to jump in, I'll drop the link on Twitter. But as Dave said there, I hope they bottle the league. And as you mentioned there, Spider, and probably a lot of you will mention the psychological effect. Now, I think Pep Guardiola after the game went straight into the tunnel, but I don't want to hear any of this notion of Pep Guardiola being a better manager than Jurgen Klopp. Klopp's been to 3 finals, European finals with Liverpool. Pep's been to 1 with City over 6-7 years he's been there. He's a very good coach, don't get me wrong, but what Jurgen Klopp is doing, especially in European football, just look at this. Jurgen's behind you, Pep. He's behind you.
I love that picture.
Oh, absolutely beautiful. What excuses is he going to come out with tonight after the game? But we've got a lot to talk about today, Reds, as well. Dave's went with there. Let's go. Let's do Madrid in Paris, as he said before, Gary. 81, Alan Kennedy getting that winner in the second half, and we'll be speaking about that final and obviously what that does mean in relation. City, let's all laugh at them. Mike, I tell you what, absolutely fantastic. Bold facts. Madrid to win their trophy. Can't wait. Mike, I think you'll be going off social media if we win our 7th one, won't you, mate? Especially with the quad still on, innit, fella? But I tell you what, if Real Madrid play like that against Liverpool, we've got such class, like we spoke about last night, at the top end of the pitch, really. City, you can cry about whatever. The City had enough, as you said there, Spider, over 2 legs. It was a bottle. And I don't want to hear anything more than 2 goals in a matter of 2 minutes. Yes, you can talk about how good it was from Real Madrid, the experience of the football club. Sometimes money can't buy that experience, can it, mate?
No, I can't, man. Like, you have to think of it this way, right? I know you were saying it there a while ago about, I've said it as well personally in the past, about Pep being the better manager than Klopp, if he is or not. And for me, it can't be. Not just, I know Klopp has come from, you know, up through different levels of football while always promoting, always winning, and you know, and creating you know, a legacy of his own. Whereas Pep is kind of, he went to the school of Barca, but he's kind of walked into positions where everything was available for him when he went in there. Whereas Klopp had to completely rebuild this club from the ground up and change its mentality and change the mentality of the fans and bring them over. City got all that money. They brought Pep Guardiola in there, and there's still arm folders and empty seats in the Etihad. You know, so that for me is just the most ridiculous thing that they could turn around and say. Like, I want to see Pep do what Klopp does, and then I'd say, yeah, you're on par.
Yeah.
Take it this way: Pep hasn't won the Champions League for 11 years. 11
Yeah.
years since Barca. That's a long time. And what I've noticed as well is that Pep's game management is poor. It's very, very
It's
poor.
shocking.
It's shocking.
He took Kevin De Bruyne off, didn't he, mate?
Yeah.
Took Kevin De Bruyne off, took a lot of the attacking players off, thinking, oh, we've won the game. And I was saying to my dad, I don't know how you were feeling, chat as well, inspired there. I was like, say what, if this backfires, even when Benzema come off for Real Madrid, if City did get an equaliser at the other end, and you're like, oh, Real Madrid done exactly the same, but I think Carlo was just throwing every centre back he had on the pitch.
Can I please say, how good was Camavinga when he came on?
Oh,
you know, whatever about like
Mm.
Real Madrid weren't a great side tonight. They didn't get a shot on target for most of the game. They didn't. But what I did see out of that is when Camavinga came on, he showed absolute heart. He was winning the ball all over the place. He was controlling that midfield. Pep made us like with the opportunities that Man City got with a couple of free kicks at the edge of the box. De Bruyne would have been set straight up for them. They needed
100%.
De Bruyne type crosses to get the ball in, and it just didn't happen. You know, Zinchenko was all over the place when he came on. He didn't know what was going on. He threw him in at the deep end a bit, but that was, that's only at the fault of Walker going off. But Pep's game management from at the 45 minute, at the 60 minute, at the 69 minute is poor. He makes bad decisions with substitutions. He doesn't see the game out, especially. Can you think of any time where he comes back from positions to win games? You know, is there any? When they do go behind and they do get like they drop the head a bit, is there any real positions that you ever see him coming back from? No, I never seen it.
But it's what this does to not just we seen it with Barca, didn't we, chat as well, mate? And I think when they got knocked out by Roma and then Liverpool in the Champions League, the 12 months later, done exactly the same thing at Anfield, and they haven't recovered, regardless, even if they do have Messi or he's left the club to Paris Saint-Germain now. But that's destroyed them as a club. It takes a lot mentally, and that's it, as you said there, mate. You can't buy experience at the top elite level of European, because whatever happens, if Liverpool get beat by Real, sounds. But at least they've got a fan base and a historic football club to back it up, really. You can just hold your hands up if on the day on the 28th of May, come what, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and it sounds.
Yeah,
but
they did.
Yeah.
The one thing you got to ask yourself there is that Modric is a class player. He's a really good player, world class. You know, Kroos is world class, but they were losing the ball all over the midfield tonight, you know. And what does Ancelotti do? Is he going to say, am I going to go with the people that actually have the pedigree and experience in the Champions League football and put them in against the Liverpool side that could probably pass around them? Or am I going to put in youth that will be, too naive and headstrong and just go into tackles and probably still get passed around in that midfield? So, they have a lot of thinking to do, and we have a lot of controlling pretty much Vinicius, in my eyes. As long as we can control him, Vinny Jr., I think we'll win that final. I think their defense is too open. I think City should have polished them off a couple of times earlier in the first half, and Real Madrid came up with a different battle in the second half. But City were guilty tonight in the second half of doing what we did in the first half last night.
Yeah, it was that moment, mate, and chat let me know. Go to free kick City had. My dad went, that was the Divock Origi moment. When Foden had it, when he was literally 10 yards out from goal, unmarked. That is his City's Divock Origi moment. That moment, as soon as that happened, I went, they're not winning that tie. It was mad to see. He was unmarked. It'll be that image will be playing in his head, even if he's due to win the league. Sounds.
Yeah,
but let's get to women's comments, mate. Spot on. We've got a lot to talk about. Obviously, the Alan Kennedy 1981 European Cup final. So we speak a bit about that. Obviously, Don Carlo, the history we've got with him. We got a very good history of Liverpool Football Club. Good and bad. But Dave, get in, mate. Thank you for tuning in. If you're only around here, make sure you're smashing that like button as well. Come on, Liverpool. We will do this. Salah will have his way in Paris as well. Lucky enough, there's no Sergio Ramos on the pitch. Pep is that spoiled kid at school that gets beat at Monopoly as well. The dugout. Come on, Liverpool. Eagles going, hi guys, we will win this. Get in, Doug, as well. Hope you're having a good day, mate, as well. City had this lost in the face, like 100%. Hala Madrid and my Pep counting his chickens. It must hurt to be an Evertonian. Go ahead, Gary. Tom's not even in the chat, even though Tom's like, Madrid a beat, yeah. But chat as well. We'll go straight into Don Carlo. He's got a massive. Just your thoughts on that Real Madrid performance tonight, mate, and obviously we'll segue into obviously the final we had, but he's him in that Real Madrid side. It's still a very good team, but your thoughts on Don Carlo Ancelotti? He's still a very talented manager, isn't he?
Yeah, he knows. He's learned to adapt a bit as the time goes on. I still think he's got flaws within these teams where he plays the wrong type of player against teams like Man City and would be Liverpool that play a different type of football to the old school. But his is the last of the old school type of football that's still barely surviving, to be honest with you. But it's still working for him. Especially in Spain. But I mean, they didn't really have much challengers in Spain this season. Barcelona have been poor, Atletico Madrid have been poor, and they pretty much walked the league. In a different contrast to that, it's very similar to the season we had that we won the league a couple of seasons ago, but we were phenomenal. They were losing games and throughout their league win. But they still managed to stay 15 or 16 points ahead of the rest of the team. So look, he's done a great job there on the whole lot. And Madrid's world class, Cruz world class, but they're pushing on now, and he has to start trusting it. Rodrigo is a game changer when he came on for them tonight. He was running all over the park. I know I praised Camavinga before. I didn't even want to get to Rodrigo yet. He's a great player. He's going to be a star for Real Madrid, I think. But announce Rodrigo.
Yeah, but, Radu went announced Rodrigo.
Rodrigo announced. But he did well, but he got into the right positions. That's what he was brought on for, is to get into the box and annoy him a bit, and he did. But the problem was Real Madrid weren't doing that. Benzema was non-existent the entire game. He wasn't in the game at all. Vinicius was knackered by the time it came to 65, 70 minutes. He was running non-stop, and just running into walls. And I just think that, I think we have a better defense than City, to be honest with you, in the way we defend. I know Diaz is a great defender and all of that, but I think that we defend as a team better than what City do. But I think City control the ball a lot better, and they create more space to pass into. And that's the Pep mentality. But
we create more chances, though.
We create more chances.
Far many more chances.
I think our front three, front five, front six with Bobby, and Origi and all that, even in there, are too good for this Madrid defense. The amount of times that they barely got a last gasp tackle in, or City players just hesitant. You know what? Pep played too defensive tonight. He was 100%. Controlling the game. He over-pepped it. He played too defensive, and every time that they had a chance to run onto the ball into the box, they were just dropping back a bit and leaving two fellas up there just to run. And that's what happened. I seen more bite out of Grealish when he came on, but he ended up going back into the mode of back, left, right, and not going anywhere. So
I was made up. Was it Foden after all that diving on the floor, the whole two legs? I know he's laying to with that game against Atletico Madrid, playing them dirty swines, but it was beautiful, mate. I was absolutely made up. All that diving he done over the two legs. If he actually stayed on his feet and actually had his head screwed on and played football the right way, then he possibly should have, as we already mentioned, mate. It was beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
I mean, Bernardo Silva looked knackered as well for them today. De Bruyne looked tired for them tonight.
He was a man on his own as well. Kyle Walker's out as well, mate. In chat.
Yeah, he's gone as well. And I think Milito just pulled his grind tonight for Real Madrid. So his grind is gone. That could be a 6-7 week or kind of thing as well,
Yeah.
So that benefits us, but I just don't see. After when I seen De Bruyne, it's on his own. He was getting into space and he was receiving the ball, but then there was nothing happening after that. It just runners. There was no runners coming off of him. When they did, they would have wide, and I went back again. And I'm just like, I've never seen City play this defensive. They're controlling the ball, but just this defensive, and it's just they're as I would say, City can beat 16 of the 19 teams sitting in there in that league, if you know what I mean. No problem. Every season they're guaranteed to do it nearly. But when it comes up against high quality, Pep doesn't know how to change the game to suit the team. Yeah, they
Oh,
just they lose it on the pitch at the 60th minute or 70th minute, and you feel it that it's going away from him at that point. So yeah.
Yeah, he needs to be questioned. I'm sorry if after this game he's not getting questioned tactically. All of us. I know we laugh at City, but as you said there, mate, and he's done it 2 years on the bounce in the Champions League. As good as he is in winning the league, sounds
Yeah.
and it is probably a more difficult competition to win, but he's tactically inept, especially with the players at disposal. You could say yes, if he had a striker, he'd probably finish a bit more chances.
Yeah.
But Pep's had 4 or 5 windows, get a proper striker in. He's known Aguero's been going for a very long time. Could have replaced him 2 years prior. But as Jack said there, Vinicius scares the shit out of me. I think we can beat Real, but Vinny is a joke. He's good when he can stay on his feet, mate. And I tell you, I think if we can get a 2-3 goal lead up against Real Madrid and we play, we've learned so much as a football club, haven't we, Reds? Since playing, obviously, we'll speak about the final, which we did have a couple of years ago against them. But from then, we have propelled ourselves to such greater heights than we were back then. Our game plan completely went out the window when Salah went off. But now, even if Salah did go off, we'd have Diaz to come on, Jota to come on, Bobby to come on, Origi to come on. We've got so more strings to our bow in every area as well. But Vinny, as Spider said at the top of the show, mate, Jack, tremendous player, but we've got to focus on ourselves. I tell you, Real Madrid will be crapping their pants, to say the least. They will not be looking forward to playing us. This league isn't over yet as well, Gary. I tell you, City could end the season with no trophies. Don't get me wrong, we could finish the season with 1 trophy, but it's all about the journey and the ride, really. Whatever happens, but it's a massively disappointing season if City do come away with it with no trophies. I tell you that now. All that £100 million on a headband wearing footballer. Or a Gucci, whatever.
He's a hairy pair of calves.
100 million on Gale Platt. Yeah, go on. 100 million on Gale Platt. Yeah.
Oh man, no, just like if we're getting to that, like if we want to talk about that final a couple of seasons ago, I thought we were the better side going into that. Like at that time Liverpool were out and out, gung ho, let's go for it. We just got Van Dijk in, he's only in the door. Gung ho kind of attacking football. We'll score more than you pretty much at that stage, but Van Dijk solidified us a small bit. We're dead right in saying that when Salah came off, it's the difference in the squad that we have now. And a difference in the style of play that we have now. Because if you notice, we're not as gung-ho anymore and we control the game a lot more. And
Alisson Becker, we didn't have on that night either, did we?
We did. That's the big thing as well. Alisson Becker was the main point on that night. But we don't have a Diaz to come on. We didn't have a Jota to come on. I think Origi was injured for that one, if I remember right. Did we bring him on in that fight?
I think we had like Mike Shannon, a lot Lallana coming off the bench, didn't we?
So it's a different kettle of fish now, man. We're a different football team. We control games. That offside trap that we play is what kills the likes of Vinny Jr. when we play it. Those balls that go to the top, like he can move from the halfway line, which might be a benefit for him, but you just got to hope that you have a stridey centre back and Trent in there to chase him down and track them down. Hopefully, like you might see a Kanate starting in that final just for his pace.
100%.
Yeah,
100% there, mate. Get to everyone's comments as well. Keep on getting your comments in as well. Reds, thoughts on the tie, thoughts on Liverpool, the Liverpool Real Madrid, thoughts on City bottling there. As Eamon said there, City are too used to smoking up the likes of Watford and co. Never got a real test what they suffer against the big boys. It's 100% there, Eamon, and similarly you could brand with PSG as well. City and Paris Saint-Germain, they haven't got these nights that Liverpool and Real. I know Real practically bought the first 5 titles in the Champions League. We'll forget about that. And we got cheated out of obviously the semi-final game in 1965-66. Obviously against Inter Milan. Not a new there. But spot on there, David. Ayalalu, Jackie Boy and friends. Spider as well. City bottling it. Go ahead. Adding that, Newcastle will get a result off the back of this, Jack. I'll tell you what, Jose. As we've already said at the top of the show, mate, both of me and Spider and all yous as well, mate. Psychologically, football is played 50% in there and obviously 50% on the floor as well. Oh, that would be lovely, Jose. We're riding a wave, and we're the unstoppable Jurgen's juggernaut Reds. Vinicius scares me too much. I think overall we did do Real, but Vinny is a baller. Benzema as well, and he's a tremendous player. But we played them last year, and obviously playing in the final as well. No Ramos, no Cristiano Ronaldo. Bale probably will be on a golf course somewhere. So a leg zapping game, extra time, and out couldn't have got better. 100% there, North.
I said that to the wife at the start.
Yeah.
I said, give me 90 minutes. Real Madrid score one in 98 minutes, go to extra time, keep going, go to penalties, and then let Real Madrid go through, and I'd be happy with that. Almost got it, but it'll be okay.
yeah. Spot on. Keep on getting those likes up, everyone. Really appreciate it. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button down below. But 100%, getting Paul, get in. I think West Ham Mudge was a favourite and not Steven Gerrard. Yeah, 100% there, mate. Pep has too much choice. He has so many players to pick from. I think he feels forced to use them.
Not according to him tonight.
I loved it. We all love Pep. I'd say pulling out his hair, but he loves a good whinge, doesn't he? It's beautiful to watch. And it was probably the best moment of that game, Spider chat as well, was the fact that in the extra time, 3 minutes got added. There was no way. It should have been about 6 or 7.
6, yeah. He was saying it to the side. He was like,
yeah. It was that meme of like Jose Mourinho. Yeah,
two more.
But 100%, yeah, not too bad. The City fans and Pep will come out and spend 100 million, whatever, on Haaland, and they'll spend it on more. And Liverpool are not going anywhere for the next couple of years. Jurgen's got his new bumper deal. We're not going anywhere. Pep, sod out of the league. Go and cry. Go and spend more money in transfer window. But we will be back next season. We're not finished this season. Still lots to play for. Pep is trying to prove a point at winning things without a striker. 100%. Well, Paul, we won the Champions League technically without a striker. Everyone's talking about how good City are playing. Bobby coming on in the first season when we got to the final against Madrid under Jurgen, our first proper season. Bobby's technically a false 9, false attacking mid. Anyway,
Klopp has never played with a striker when he comes in. He brings him off the bench when he needs to change formation.
Apart from obviously the last couple of years, probably changed, hasn't it? So this notion of the Pep loving with, but 100% there, Paul. But what excuse for the being out? It's the best possible result for us. City played extra. Obviously, you go spot on there, mate, as everyone's saying. A lot more tired than low morale. This is what I love to see. Liverpool and Pep's mind, them 3. Oh my God, what an absolute incredible game from Andrew. Football by Real Madrid. This game on 28th of May. This is when we unleash the beast out of Mo Salah on Real Madrid. He's saving his goals for the final, mate. And I'm going to get a Grealish headband to match my handbag and heels. Go ahead, Paul. I think to be on discount now, Paul. They'll be getting rid of them. Evening, gents. Olak, thank you very much for tuning in yet again, mate, as always. Man City are there for the taking. I think Kevin De Bruyne is playing with an injury and won't last the remaining games. Man City are winning nothing. He was
pulled off with a limp tonight. That's what we're saying. He had a bit of a limp tonight. Yeah.
And City fans absolutely despise Fernandinho. But he was another 30-odd million pound player, wasn't he? So not too bad, is it? Ryan, a nice one there. We're on the road to the quad. City only have City has only a single chance. Do they fold at the end here? I tell you what, Ryan, you wouldn't get that chat, and everyone smash that in the chat anyway as well. Jurgen's May 28th in town for the big final, obviously. But Andrew, have a lovely night anyway. Zuki, get in. Speaking to Zuki, obviously he was watching the game as well. Yes, just jumped on to say hello. Got work tomorrow. Have a lovely rest. Well, try and have the best day in work tomorrow, mate. And I really do appreciate jumping in the stream for all the continued support as well. Every single one of you may affect City in the title running as well. What a European semi-final. We all thought City had it in, but Real Madrid pulled it off, unbelievable turnaround in added time. Even in added time, they could never give. It's going to be a tough final, 100% there, Chris. By no means, but we at this moment we can soak it in, we can enjoy it, especially because all those City fans and Everton fans at half-time last night, they were bloody buzzing, weren't they? But karma is a lovely thing in football and in life.
You got to look at the complacency side of it, Jack.
Yeah.
Real Madrid won the league on the weekend. They have nothing else to play for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
They might get too mellow, and why we keep playing. Yeah,
120 minutes. But yeah, everyone's saying there. Tell you what, Jack, is a better channel. Great chat. This is but yeah, thank you very much, Paul. This channel wouldn't be anything without every single one of you jumping in. Absolute bloody legends. Pepper's lost 6. Eamon's coming with the stats here. Has lost 6 Champions League semi-finals. I go, we get this. Eamon, yeah, we get this. Whatever happens in May, I'm not asked. City fans can send us all messages. Do you fear the type of magic Madrid showed? We need a great performance to top them. 100% there, Ryan. We've said in it on top of the show, me and Spider, and all of us probably full agreement. This is a very good Real Madrid side. As I said, no Ronaldo. Still got a lot of, but it's Benzema. If you can keep Benzema and obviously Modric and Vinny quiet, and obviously Rodrigo, as we said, it's a lot. But let us know, chat as well. Keep on getting your thoughts in the comment section below. Obviously, we spoke a little bit about obviously the final, the big final. Come what? We spoke about Pep Bottler, Don Carlo. I love that picture. Oh, it's fucking hilarious. And we spoke about Carlo. Obviously, us and him and Liverpool have got not a good and bad history. Obviously, as he said there. Where's that? Obviously, we got beat by in the 2007, so we need revenge for Don Carlo for that game as well. Obviously off the back of that, but revenge is on the mind of Mohamed Salah, Spider, and chat.
Yeah,
he's going to be going for it. We spoke about it last night, mate, but he'll be 100% ready for this game, won't he?
Yeah, he said it in his interview as well. You know, he was talking about his goals for the season. Most of you probably already watched it, but he said I want to, at the start of the season. I said I want to go for 40 goals. He said, but I want to, I always concentrate on the league and the Champions League. That's my main one. But we got everything this season, and I want to go for. And they asked him, "We want to go for the quad?" And he says, "Why not?" And he said, "When did you believe it?" And he says, "When we beat City in the semi-final of the FA Cup, I believed then that we could go on and win the quadruple." And if there's any team that can do this, it's this Liverpool team. And if there's any team that deserves it more, it's this Liverpool team, especially built, around teams like City spending money, Manchester United spending money, Everton spending more money than Liverpool, and all of these, and Chelsea spending money, and Klopp just builds his own teams of the right mindset, the right attitude. And with this final coming up, I seen the tactics that Carlo had a good Napoli side come back a few seasons ago, and I went to see that game pre-season, and they were like sharp Napoli at the day, but we destroyed them 5-0. It was over here in Ireland, but up in Dublin, and I saw the tactics that and it's very similar tactics to what he put on tonight. But what I've noticed is that once you close down Real Madrid and you cut off their ability to pass to Modric in the midfield, their game plan goes out the window. It really does. It's just long balls over the top to Vinny then, and that's pretty much it. I see.
Get in. Guys, how are you?
Oh, it's beautiful, lads. We'll just get to Jay's thoughts in that second, mate, but I'm just loving all these comments. So we'll keep on getting them coming in. Obviously, big up, as Jay said there. As Chris has said, won't be an easy game, 100% there, fella. I didn't like Midland to win the number 14 shirt after the game. I think that was aiming at 14 Champions League with your arrogance. So, well, obviously, it's another thing to put in the locker as well. Salah have a Ramos picture in his locker. Be getting him riled up anyway. But yeah, 100%. Big up Jay as well. The media around City's first year. Yeah, me and you spoke about that, Spider, didn't we? And obviously Jay. That would have been, that's why we didn't, probably one factor and why we didn't. As good as we all know, City and Liverpool are the two best teams in world football at the minute, and But it's probably a great point that North's mentioned there, mate. Is it would have been unbearable if we did get beat by City.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just like it's been coming for years and years, and then we're saying it was inevitable that they were going to win the Champions League, and we said they're definitely going to win, man. They're definitely going to win, and then it's been going on, and then 5-6 years passed, and they keep dropping out of the Champions League, and then they go to they keep getting the semi-finals, getting kicked out. Then they go to a final, and you think it's against Chelsea. They're definitely going to win this, and then Chelsea pull it out of the bag, you know, and then they do it again this season. They're saying it has to be this season again, and it just doesn't happen for him. I know Pepper's run out of contract time. You know, can he do it? It's his last chance to do it next season. You know, if he doesn't leave before that, will the owners turn around and say, like, there's no way they get rid of Pep early, would they? And have to pay him out, but I think he'll just leave.
Depends if his head does explode, mate.
Yeah, but he'll bring his coaching squad with him. And you're going to have a new style coming in there, and City could need to do another revamp for 2 or 3 seasons to where like an Arsenal could probably come into the fray, or you know, a Newcastle with the few bob, if they build it over the next few seasons, could start showing their face into the top 4 or top 6, and you know, and it'll be harder for them to go. And I think there's a good period of domination that Liverpool can take away from the way things have gone this season, regardless of winning the league or not. I think there's a good period coming up that we can really go and dominate for the next couple of years in England, especially, and especially in the Champions League. So hopefully, long may it continue, lads.
Yes, Jay.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring up this picture chat as well. History repeating itself.
Oh. Yeah, 1981, when I was born.
Oh, so yeah, I was going to say you might have had to watch it on YouTube. back in 85.
Yeah.
But great memories, Liverpool. I know a lot of you's already said in the chat as well. The great Alan Kennedy breaking into the box from the left-hand side.
How far the fans are back there. Jeez.
Yeah, I was going to say. But not too bad. Oh, bloody beautiful. Legends of the game. But Jay, what are your thoughts going into this game? I was going to say I can't rock one of them, mate.
And did you notice the stat on the fact that we haven't played on Monday night all season, and it's since 1981 was the last time that we didn't play on Monday night all season, and we went on to beat Real Madrid in the final.
Oh, don't get me all excited.
Everywhere.
Yeah, Jay, just your thoughts on going into this final, mate, and just thoughts on how City. Well, we'll start. I'll ask you first. Obviously, the bottling of City, mate. It was beautiful, wasn't it? I was saying to Spider before we come on, everyone in chat as well, whoever you were watching with tonight. Pep needs to be criticised, doesn't he, mate?
Oh, he does. He does.
None of this. Oh, we've not got a striker. We've not got players and squad depth. He spent over $1 billion and he still hasn't won the Champions League.
No,
at his time in City.
I did the watch along for this game. It was one of my best watch alongs. I absolutely
loved it. I loved it.
My ears are soaking wet on my headphones. I was sweating like it was a Liverpool game. I've never sweated so much on a Liverpool match in my life.
Yeah.
I was over the moon. As soon as I saw De Bruyne and Mahrez gone off as subs, I was like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah,
I was like, "What are you doing? Why has Mahrez gone off?" Then I heard De Bruyne might have actually got a knock. So he might be playing with an injury, apparently, they're saying now. But Mahrez going off, I thought, I don't know why Mahrez is going off. They've got no firepower as it is, and you're taking Mahrez off.
Yeah.
That didn't make sense to me. Walker was massive for him, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Walker was massive 100%. For him. Because Vinny Jr., he's as quick as Walker, but Walker's, that recovery pace he's got is ridiculous and got him out of trouble a few times a day. Don't know if you spoke about Laporte should have got red carded at the beginning of the game.
He should have, yeah.
I mean, he slapped Modric over the face. I mean, he should have been.
It was the handball City had. Was it extra time chat as well? It wasn't, for some reason, it wasn't VAR. I know it could have been potentially harsh, but it hit Cancelo's hand.
That's right, it's going.
It's very similar to the red card that we got in the final against Spurs. Very similar. It's the same scenario. So I don't know why it wasn't given.
I don't get why that weren't given. The ball should have been sent off anyway. I mean, he slapped a man across the face. He punched him in the chest first, and then slapped him over the face. And then Laporte was the one who fell down. I mean, it made no sense. But they got away with that.
Modric did a bit of that, and he just fell over.
He got away with that. He got away with that big time. But look, Madrid deserve it. Man City messed up was the first leg. It should never have been 4-3. They should have won that 4 or 5-0. the final itself, like, we're going to smash them. I'm saying it now. I think we got too much for Real Madrid. City have got no firepower whatsoever, and it was quite comfortable for Real Madrid tonight. Personally, I think I was actually surprised how poor City played in a way. It's like they didn't know what to do. They didn't know if they were meant to attack or defend. They were stuck in a really weird position, and their firepower is terrible. If City had Liverpool's firepower, they would have won tonight comfortably. Nacho's not great. Militao is. Mendy has to be the worst left back at the league I've ever seen in my life. Salah is going to roast him.
Even Trent as well.
Trent on that right. I mean, and Vinicius Jr. don't defend. Whatsoever. I think we have to be wary of Vinicius Jr. and Benzema. For me, they're the only ones we have to be wary of. I've said this on my show a few times. Fabinho and Thiago are world-class footballers, but you can run past them because they haven't got recovery pace. And that is the only thing that lets them two down, especially Fabinho. But against Real Madrid, Modric and Kroos are not going to run past them. So I think we can control that midfield, pushing up high up the pitch with our energy. And we, unlike Manchester City like to slow down the game. They like to slow down the game, dictate possession, and play like that, tick-tack all over the pitch.
We just chase, don't we?
Liverpool like to play 100 miles an hour. And the thing is now, Liverpool can play 100 miles an hour for 90 minutes, but that fit now under Jurgen Klopp. They will do it for 90 minutes. We won't stop. And then you've got the firepower up front. I just feel like it would be too much. But what interests me is how this goes into the weekend. How all this goes into the weekend.
In the mind.
City have just played 120 minutes against Madrid in the Bernabeu. They got to play Newcastle on Sunday at 4:30 after Liverpool have already played. Liverpool beat Tottenham, which ain't a give me. Obviously, it'd be a difficult game. We win that game. That's immense pressure on City, and let's not forget. But this is the trophy they want, by the way.
Yeah, this is.
That's not pretending that City don't like this trophy and booing the Champions League anthem and all this nonsense they do. They want their fans want this trophy. Their club wants this trophy. Their owner wants. But Pep won't get criticised. It just won't. If that was Jurgen Klopp today, Liverpool bottled that. It'd be on everywhere. Be absolutely everywhere. Tomorrow, I bet you hardly hear about it.
Oh yeah, no, I hope they absolutely going on them. We are spot on there, Jay. Get to everyone's thoughts as well. Keep on getting your comments in as well. Scouser when Karius to start, he has to get revenge with up
front.
That would be amazing if it was at 95th minute we're 3-0 up and Karius. I don't even know he's not in the Champions League squad, is he? I think have you seen the size of Karius now? I think we just put him in charge of security.
He's a wall, ain't he?
Which is good. It's good that he's coming back and hopefully does get that move anyway that he deserves. Tell you what, Jack, it was a nice one for that, Paul. Thank you to every single one of you. But yeah, we read that one, Ryan. Nice one for that, lad, as always. As Andrew said, also another thing, Pep last time he won the Champions League was 11 years ago. It's amazing when you don't have Messi in it. Do you feel we can beat Madrid, lads? Yeah, 100% there, Paul. As obviously Spider said, and Jay, and we'll speak probably a bit later tonight as well. All of his confidence. Obviously, you can't be too overconfident, but I tell you, we can suffocate them in their own half. Don't let them out. Obviously, if they beat the press and obviously get in behind, but what we said already, the lads have said, no views already tonight, we've got goals from every area. Whether that's some set pieces, Van Dijk, Canate, Jota, Salah, Diaz, if he starts, Firmino, when he's fully fit, fine, gives you options. And the 5 substitution rules in Europe as well is massive. That's something we don't have in the league. But Christopher, nice one, mate, as always. Liverpool win every game until we're out the end of the season. Gerrard wins it. You never know. It could not even. He could be having his Liverpool kit on behind. Even if hopefully Liverpool have won the league before we have that game and we can rest one of the players. You never know. That would be beautiful. But that is the beauty of football, innit? Reds and lads, innit? We were all sat there watching. All of us were hoping Real Madrid done something, but we didn't think. Because I tell you what, prior to the 90th minute, Real Madrid was fucking shite. but that's how football can change in seconds. Poor 10,000 students through their way off to. But yeah, North. I've just seen a couple of tweets then, especially from Jason Manford, the comedian, massive Man City fan. But he's I'm selling me flight tickets and accommodation.
Not the Scousers.
Yeah, not the Scousers as well. So there'll be a lot of available refunds anyway for spots on there. Shouting out Jay as well. Ryan, do we feel a bit sad? No, we don't, Ryan. No, we don't. We love it. Yeah, I love this picture. We'll get back up. Oh, dear. I love it. Keep on getting your comments in as well, everyone. If you haven't missed anyone's comments, I really do apologise. That bloody many of you as well. And you're around here, hit that subscribe button as well. Subscribe to Jamie Phillips Football Talk as well. Shout out your channel as well, Jay, whilst you're here. What content you got coming up this week?
Yeah, so my YouTube channel is Jamie Phillips Football Chats, and you can find me there. Tomorrow I've got a Tottenham preview. I've got a Tottenham fan on, so that should be good as well. And then I've got watch along on Saturday night.
You love your watch alongs, don't you?
Yeah, they're my favourite thing. Then Sunday, I'll be doing the Man City Newcastle watch along at 4:30 as well.
Could get spicy, that one.
Yeah, loads of it. And this just come through the post as well.
What's that?
The Little Nitro, World's hottest gummy bear.
Oh, yeah.
It is 900 times hotter than a jalapeno pepper, and it has 9 million Scoville points. I'll be doing that live on YouTube next week.
Oh, everyone should be tuning in for that. Spider as well. Shout out your channel as well, mate.
Spider's in shock.
Do you want one as well, Spider? There we go.
I love spicy things, man. I really do. But my hiatus hernia doesn't allow me. My reflux doesn't allow me to do it these days.
Especially your sore throat now as well.
Yeah, my sore throat as well. Yeah. My YouTube, that's put me off now. I'm sorry. No, my stuff is Spider LFC on YouTube, and yeah, I'll be doing the watch along at the same time as Jay. But I'll be popping in the house just to say hello anyway at the same time. I always tend to do it anyway, but they don't see me coming in. But also, I play straight after this. I'll be doing horrors and survival horrors on Twitch and Irish Spider Game.
Nice one, lad. You'll be watching the Man City highlights tonight, then I'm guessing. You'll be playing them. That was a harder show, that one.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, yeah, nice one, boys. Keep on getting your comments in as well. This final screams Diaz, and shout out to all the Colombian Reds that all dropped in last night's stream.
Yeah,
bloody amazing.
Your mental last night.
Yeah, every single one is. You really do appreciate it. All the support. The final screams Diaz. Oh, we'd all love it. Keep on getting your comments in as well. Hi to the best YouTube channel. Thank you, Mohammed. I'm by far not the best. I just enjoy speaking about footy with the lads and ladies and all views at home. We just love football. I do it for the passion and love for just football.
Jack has been humble. Mohammed, you love Jack all you like.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Thank you. Should be as well. Ray Kennedy, legend as well. And if anyone did watch that 1981 Cup final, what are your memories of that? Obviously, I'm only 26, so
I was born a couple of months later.
Yeah, Jay, you were born on the day as well, weren't you? So lucky omen.
Lucky omen.
Yeah. City bloody bottlers. If that was Klopp, the British media. But
it would.
Yeah. If Salah and even Jota kick in for a in form, now we will be unstoppable. Kenny will come off the bench with a tap in. King Kenny coming off the bench. Greetings, salutations, everyone. Nice one, matey. Vars. Bobby's running again, so should be available for the final. City will never win the big ears. I tell you what, Gary, they can spend another billion. They won't win the Champions League, will they? They wouldn't have had a better opportunity than they have this season. I know they got beat by, was it Monaco and Lyon back-to-back seasons, was it? Everyone? Did they get beat by Monaco in the semis a couple of years ago as well?
Monaco, Lyon and Roma, ain't it? The three teams.
Yeah.
And they keep going on about we've had an easy route to the final, but they've lost to teams like Tottenham, Monaco and Lyon in Champions League knockout games. So
yeah, beautiful Reds as well. Keep on smashing those like button if you are made up. Pep is still crying his eyes out tonight. He's still there, mate, but I don't think he has been included. Sometimes, for people that don't go to the game, like he sometimes does come out in the warm-ups, which is good because Klopp's always still integrated him into the squad as well, which is great. We don't want to just completely cascade him as well, but I'd love not more if we are to win the Champions League. Imagine if he got to lift the Champions League as well. It would be a moment that I think that'd get his career back on track. If he did somehow manage to lift the Champions League trophy, it will be. Jurgen Klopp's already thinking about that. Would be amazing. Revenge Tour 2022. Could Newcastle settle pure stubborn on Sunday and keep City out? They tried to go toe-to-toe with us at St. James's Park, but at the Etihad, I hope they can try and frustrate City.
I'll tell you what, if they
Julia,
if they do, because City just City just played 120 minutes of hard football away at the Bernabeu. Walker's had it by the look of it. He might not play for a while now. De Bruyne has got a knock. That's a massive miss. You can't get over how demoralising this loss is to Manchester City. And I mean, if Newcastle just play defensive football and really frustrate City, telling you right now, after the weekend, we'll be top of the Premier League.
Yeah, Laporte and Zinchenko broke down. Laporte was crying nearly 5 minutes to go in the game, and that extra time. You just seen him there outside, and I was like, "Is he really doing that in the pitch? What the hell is going on?" So they're broken a bit, man. They're really broken a bit. Yeah.
Whatever happens the end of May in Champions League, at least we've been beat by a team that's got fans. We are the best. The picture of Pep you keep showing is get it up again.
I love that.
Yeah, of course.
And like, and there's a picture of the boys back in 1981 when we won that.
Kennedy, 1-0.
Football fucking royalty, mate. Yeah. That's what we are. Football royalty.
Just say it as well that way, Jack. If we'd have played City in the final, there's no way I wanted to play another English final. I said it a bit earlier, but no way. This is a proper final that you're going to see. There's going to be emotion behind it. I know we should come out on top because of the way we play and all of that, but the emotions behind it and the way it's played, it'll be tight enough. But I still think we'll take them by the end of the game. But it won't be as cagey as it would have been if it was played against, like we did against Spurs, and if it was against City. So I just think this is a proper final. And if we were to lose against them, we save face. We won the rest of the trophies anyway. So it'll be just down to them and their determination for getting through those games that they did this season. So, but I think we deserve it. I think we're the better side.
I've got to shoot, my man.
Have you got to shoot? Nice one, lad. Well, no I'll see you in the final as well.
Yeah,
I'll speak to you before then.
I've got my train ticket to come up,
so I can't wait to see you, matey. It'll be good.
No
good.
Have
a good night, mate.
Have a good one.
Nice one for jumping on, lad.
See ya.
Nice one with Jamie Phillips from Football Talk as well. Evening, good boys. Getting lad. Pretty sure about I know you, lad. You bloody made up. All of these will be. That was a good night for me, Paul. It's been a lovely last 48 hours on it to be ahead. Yes, night, Paul, as well. But obviously, Mohammed there. I'm so glad that this squad is giving such a gift to the legends of Liverpool, like Kenny Dalglish. His face a few weeks ago, priceless, phenomenal, mate. Obviously, Kenny and the lads prior to Kenny as well. Those great legends and those great men that have ran Liverpool Football Club, they are detriments. This is the foundations they all set prior to and where we are now. Without them, Liverpool wouldn't be here as a club. But absolutely amazing. City have been silenced. I still can't believe City in the had a harder game against us than this, but Real Rodrigo was very dangerous. He's a player like CR7, 100%. Mohammed, we spoke about at the top of the show. It's going to be a very difficult game. The Cup Council, nice one for tuning in, lad. This tonight is the turning point of the rest of the season. Huge game this weekend now for the Premier League title. Laporte should have been off. Gary keeps on saying as we all do. Cry 38 would have started. Evening Reds as well. Hannah, evening. Night as well. Early morning in a couple of minutes. It is 20 minutes past midnight. Paris Real Madrid, Rodrigo, absolutely phenomenal player. But Spider, absolutely fantastic. We'll go for another 10 minutes as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Sholaj, I'm glad LTA Salah wants revenge as well.
Yeah.
What are you most excited for? We've mentioned obviously the build up. It's very close for both sets of fans, Madrid, obviously, and Liverpool. But what are you most excited for as well, Jack, going into this game?
Well, for me, like, it's not even nice. It's just to prove a point. Like, I know saying that 3 seasons out of 5, we've been in the final. We lost the first one, yeah, we won the other one, and then it's just to nail in the coffin that bad season that we had last season, because they keep going on about Liverpool have had a bad season or whatever like that, but we just didn't have this, and I'm going to say it, we didn't have the squad because most of it was injured. So that season can't be talked about as if it was a full strength Liverpool squad that didn't perform, because it wasn't. It was nowhere near it. And for me, I think going on and winning this final convincingly will not only garner respect from where we already have in the Premier League, but just world football alone, because the amount of people that watch Real Madrid at the same time as watching English football and all of that. There's just there's a lot of they've got millions and millions of fans out there, and to watch that game is a spectacle, and it's even humble almost small, because they always believe that they're going to win every final that they get into. And for me, that needs to be changed now, to where like Liverpool are not just fear to play going throughout the Champions League, but you definitely don't want to get us in a final, So and look, I'd be happy for Salah, like, more than anybody, to get the chance to play through a final like that, and show the world class star that he is, and just showcase all the squad depth that we have now, and that no matter who we bring on, we'll just put on a performance, not just in the Premier League, but just do it at the world stage, and don't show them too much respect. That's all I want to see.
100%. Yeah. That's, and obviously I think a lot of people already said tonight in the comments here, as Hannah said, I think that it could even help, as Spider said there as well, Hannah, and everyone in chat. That could be a positive. Salah, he's all about that. He could probably take, he's that experienced. He's carried Egypt on his shoulders for the last couple of years now on the international level, and hopefully Real Madrid do focus quite a lot on Salah. And we've seen over the last couple of weeks and months, especially over the last 12 months, Spider as well, that teams have been very focused on Salah, but you've left a lot of room down the left, a lot of room down the middle as well. Mane going through the middles, we mentioned, against Militao, Nacho, whoever's playing centre half. It poses questions. But yeah, it's exciting. It is exciting.
It is, because Mane comes, he's doing what the Bobby role is, but he's a lot quicker than Bobby. So him dropping back like that, Militao and Nacho are not going to be able to deal with that too well, I don't think, because once he starts stepping in, it just opens up Diaz and Salah.
Even Alaba as well.
Alaba.
In that first leg against City, he was at 6s and 7s. I tell you what.
He was.
Bloody beautiful. North, it would have been brilliant to play City and, of course, beat them. But for me, the European Cup is all about these teams of clashes, not a bunch of plastics for money brats. Have no plastic in this arena. North, 100%, mate. It was hard, obviously, obviously, we'll quickly get that pictured up anyway. It was a hard night when Bales had scored that, but you just have to say fair play. And it was obviously the circumstances, Salah going off, but we were very immature. Well, it was the lack of experience, wasn't it, mate? Really, that cost us that night. And obviously the squad, it went on a bloody another level, which is fantastic. But absolutely fantastic. Get to everyone's comments as well. If we've lost them, so apologies. There we go. Back up there. Obviously, Ginny saying that. Hello, I'm glad Salah wants revenge. I'm pretty sure chat let me know confirmation on that. As Salah come out with a tweet, I'll try and get it up in a sec before we do shoot off. But apparently he's come out with a tweet. Spider, if you want to try and find that,
I'm going to try to do that.
And then just share it if you can. Probably the best manager in the world. Vengeance, come on. Funny, nice one, La. Flananga, absolute legends. Come on, Salah. We all want revenge. Come on. All English finals are crap as well. Anna. Oh, yeah. I reckon it will be done by half time. Fingers crossed, Ginny. That's the key spider. We have.
Yeah.
I'll try and I'll pull that up in a little second as well. Nice one, mate. That's the key spider. We've looked dodgy when we have shown too much respect. Go out and play like European royalty. We are. Jack, thoughts on Jones's little cameo? I was made up, mate. I think it's difficult, isn't it, when we've got obviously the quality players in which we have in our midfield, Thiago's, the way in which Naby's playing in recent months, especially the last 2 months, he's really stepped up, Naby. I think it's the best period we've seen Naby in a Liverpool shirt and it's Spider. But do you want to answer that, mate? I've been really impressed. With obviously thoughts on Jones'
little cameo. Yeah, so he's like, as I say, like I have great time for Jones. I think he can be a world-class talent on the flop. I really do. His little cameos are going to be nice coming onto the pitch. The same with Harvey Elliott, when he gets more of a chance again to come back into the side. But for me, my only qualms with Jones is not releasing the ball fast enough and early enough in the game. So there's chances that are on when he receives the ball that could just be passed through, but he doesn't tend to do them. He tends to look, and then he passes when he should have been the first pass that was on. So, but for me, Jones
still young.
He's still young, and that's all it is. And that's my only qualm with Jones. So there you go.
Yeah, there we go. Reds as well. Nice one for that, mate. A nice one, chat. Everyone that did mention it. Obviously, we have to score. We have a score to settle. And Mo, obviously, I don't know if you missed it. He done an interview with BT. Absolutely tremendous, as you can see there. Pictures from obviously last night as well. Tremendous. Look at Mo's face. We love him. We bloody love Mo. We love our Reds as well. But yeah, absolutely phenomenal stuff there, wasn't it, mate? But get to everyone's comments before we do shoot off. And if you are new around here, everyone, we do stream most nights. So hit that subscribe button and smash that like button if you are made up to see City get knocked out.
Look at this. This is poetry going on here. Can I read this one?
Yeah, go ahead, Radu.
You can, go on. There we go. Right, Radu, I'm going to do your justice. I'm going to do your poem justice, right? The mighty Reds are sparring atop the Paris grass while Benzema is crying and Pep scratches his arse. When we get the number 7, we party night and day. Meanwhile, the Toffees get shipped to Luton way.
Get in, Radu. Fucking poets, the emotion there, mate. Done a much better than Joe. Yeah, I'll be. Hang on. Yeah,
I love a nice bit of poetry, me.
I'm gonna screenshot this. Yeah, Spider, put your things up as well. Here you go with that. There you go. There we go. That'll be written put on the socials. But nice one, that Radu. And every single one, he's bloody legends as always. We all just love the Reds. We all love footy as well. And everyone's welcome on this channel, everyone. What a journey. And we still got a couple of games to go. Still a long way. Real Madrid champions. Real Madrid on.
Can you explain how you're going to become champions, please, Eugene?
Yes. You got given your first 5 Euro. You got your first 5 European Cups. Imagine playing Champions League finals where there's 2 legs. But yeah, I love Curtis Jones. He will be a big factor next season as well.
Yeah,
Jones is learning from
that's exactly what
as well. 100%. Does Klopp take his time whilst in Paris and call up Kylian or his agents? Just asking. I did see reports, Ryan, and I think we've all seen him over the last 24 hours. The nonsense that does get spouted on social media and through the press as well. I've seen reports yet again, apparently saying that Kylian Mbappe wants to join Liverpool, but don't believe it. No. You never know. If we do win our 7th, who wouldn't want to join Liverpool, Ryan? And who wouldn't want to join Liverpool the way, if we do win all the trophies, we are the place and the team to be, aren't we, mate?
Yeah, absolutely. It's they can all have the links. You know me, Jack, with transfer windows and all this kind of lark. I'm not a fan of the old transfer. Unless I see.
Have a good night, Jenny. Anyway, sorry, lad.
Unless I see Paul Jones, Melissa Reddy, James Pearce, or what's the other fella's name? Paul Jones, Melissa Reddy, James Pearce, and Paul Joyce.
Paul Joyce,
Neil Jones and Paul Joyce.
Neil Jones.
Yeah. Unless I see those boys posting anything, I wouldn't believe it. So if they post something, you're like, yeah, he's definitely coming. If they don't post it, don't get caught up in the hype, lad. Just play FIFA.
Yeah. Spot on, mate. But Radu, get that on Twitter, fella. A I'll probably put it on my socials as well because it was a
is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah, it's but yeah, Badu, get that on Twitter, like get that shouting. I'm pretty sure, but it's poetry at its best, mate. Let's be sincere. Are we ready for Real Madrid? Team we saw tonight, 100% GA. We are ready to face, even if we were playing this match on bloody Mars, the amazing travelling cop. There's so many people going over to Paris already, and it'll be a great experience. It won't be easy, but Liverpool, the way we're playing, I tell you what, Spider, we in chat as well, we win the FA Cup, hopefully. Won't be an easy game. A lot of games still to go, but we could be on a bloody high. We could be an unstoppable force. And we've had periods like last night as well, mate, second half. I know it was against Villarreal. We've had periods where we can blitz teams, can't we, Spider? We can blitz teams, and we've got goals in our team, most important.
Absolutely. We've come into the form at the right time. So even that when it looks like games are getting a bit of a struggle for us, Klopp, as I said before, in comparison to Pep, he has the ability to bring on the right subs to suit the right occasion, and they turn up and do a job. Divock Origi did it a couple of weeks ago. Jota comes on, does it. Diaz came on obviously against Villarreal, changed the game completely, and that's our ability to do that. So even when we don't go up, like before, we used to go up to the second gear, we wouldn't get past it, and mid-season we had our little bit of a dip, and we just couldn't get out of that second or third gear just to get going. And once we took off, that was it. We're the team that's in form at the moment, regardless of what way City you're playing. We're the team that's in form, and there's more losses and draws in City. I'm not saying that we'd win every game till the end of the season. I hope we do. I'm believing that we can, and I'm hoping that at least that if we draw one, City lose one, and if that's the case, our goal difference might take us over the line. So there's multiple scenarios that can do this, but Madrid are not going to. I don't think they're going to be ready for what we're going to bring them in on May 28th.
A storm.
This is a different animal, an absolute different animal of Liverpool that they played a few seasons ago. Yeah, Mo Salah was in the team, but he was taken out. We had Lovren in the back lines. We had Karius in goal that pretty much handed it to him, and unfortunately, because I like Karius twice. Yeah. So I know we've got competency, we've got control, we've got a swagger, we've got a team full of winners that only have the right mentality on the next game. Obviously, this is a game they're going to be looking forward to, but that's their mentality. That's Salah's tweet. He's looking forward to it. Tomorrow, he said, we're back on Newcastle on Spurs for the weekend, and then Newcastle for them on Sunday. We'll support them, So that's it. Look, lads, Klopp says himself, mentality monsters. That's exactly what they are.
Yeah,
and I don't think Madrid will handle it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and even if we did win the league, it's still a very successful season, right? Still a long way to go. But Madrid, as North said there, Madrid ready for us, or like I tell you, they will be sweating themselves. They will be sweating. Won't be an easy game. GA, but because we need to win the UEFA Champions League from this Real as revenge. 100% there. GA, we spoke about that at the top of the show, mate. But watching from Edmonton, London, nice one, GA. Really do appreciate it. If you knew anyone, if you are watching now, hit that subscribe button down below. Put your bell notification on as well. You're all very welcome on the channel, as always. And have a lovely night, everyone, or a lovely day tomorrow if you are watching on a repeat. Madrid will tremble before the might of Salah. Their left back is exposable. Exposable, yeah.
They like, for me, this Real Madrid side is like United under beginning to descend. The aging players, constant long ball over the left back shoulder, or the left back of the other team, or the right back of the other team's shoulder, hoping to get it to a player that can just run into space all the time. And it's just a constant long ball process. Now, when City did drop the heads tonight, they allowed Real Madrid to start passing around them, and they did it fairly effortlessly because they took off players in City's team that were really good at closing down the ball and really good at getting in between the passes. And once they did that, it was just Real Madrid pretty much just had an open field to play through. And even when they did get pressed, they will just play it back and take it out again. So you're not going to find that with Liverpool when it comes to the final, because we're going to control that game. And even if they do get a bit of possession, we're going to look for the counter-attack in the time. After that, was a 22-minute mark to 32-minute mark where we take that little bit of a rest and sit back a bit, and then we go for the counter-attack, and it'll be the same on 69 to 75, that kind of way. So, look, I still think we'll take them. If we score early, they're going to come at us, and if they open up, yeah, then we'll take them, no problem. And plus, new kit day tomorrow, which is great.
Is it new kit? What time's that getting announced? I was going to say,
I think it's 8 o'clock in the morning. Oh, did he? Okay, no, new kit launch 8 o'clock in the morning, I think. Yeah, so.
So I say, I bet you we won't be able to get one. Is it meant to be pre-order? Is it tomorrow? Or is it?
I think it starts with it's a pre-order thing tomorrow. I always get the other one. I can't get just the stadium one. I have to get the good one because the stadium one just makes me fucking sweat to be sitting in it and clings to it. I get the airy one so I can just go like this and the wind can blow.
Not smelly as well. It's like, oh, but yeah, but no, well, everyone enjoy the kit launch. Hopefully, we will be doing a live stream, obviously off the back of the launch and getting all your thoughts as well. But can't wait. Let's Spider, thank you very much for joining me tonight, mate. It's been absolutely tremendous. But most importantly, every single one of you that has jumped in or if you're watching this on the repeat, Liverpool are playing Real Madrid in the final of Champions League. Who'd have thought? I can't wait to just relax now, Spider and chat as well. I think all of us will do, and just watch the absolute meltdown of all the City fans.
I look forward to watching a particular City fan on the kickoff to see how he got on tonight.
Oh yeah,
that'd be funny to watch.
Also, if you have a Nike account, you get the kits 10 days early. A good shout there. We did really just do that really. But yeah, we did basically City being City anyway. But Reds and lads and ladies, have a lovely rest of your night. We will have a video tomorrow as well off the back of obviously a live stream, early hours in the UK morning. So if you don't get your notifications, it will be on the channel. And obviously we will be doing 2 live streams a bit later on in the night as well. But Reds, Spider, thank you very much for coming on, mate. And Reds, Liverpool are going to Paris. And hopefully we have a repeat of that special night in 1981. And the boys bring back another European Cup trophy. But Reds, enjoy it, drink it in. And thank you to every single one of you that has tuned in tonight. And we'll see you in Paris. Ta-da, Reds. Get in.
Shut up and sit down.